Back in the old days, arcade cabinet games are so difficult because when you die, you go back to the very start in the game. And developers of those games made it more difficult as you progress to the point that it is basically impossible to finish the entire game. Like seriously, I bet most of you guys have not finished an arcade game entirely. And the console era has taken over as well as PC gaming. So, developers actually soften up by actually making us finish the damn game. Wow. By actually letting us save the damn game, give us checkpoints, as well as change the difficulty levels in the game. Amazing, right? But what if I tell you that there is a game that pretty much went back to the old ways of arcade cabinet games, that when you die, you basically go back from the very start. But in this game, you actually progress and can actually finish the game. Yes, I am talking about Hades. So Hades is a roguelike action role-playing video game that is developed and published by Supergiant Games. This is where you play as Zagreus, the prince of the underworld, and your goal of the game is to get out of the underworld and get away from your dispassionate father, Hades, and find answers about your unknown mother. So like I said, this game is so similar to the old arcade cabinet games that if you die, you go back to where you start, which is the House of Hades. But dying in this game is an actual progress because you see, the catch in this game is that if you die, you get stronger because you can keep the things that you collect throughout your escape attempt. The things that you can collect are darkness to upgrade your stats, the gems to pay the house contractor to build fountain chambers that you can randomly encounter in your escape attempt to make life easier, and you can upgrade your weapons by getting Titan blood that you can randomly get if you beat the bosses. I absolutely enjoy every single aspect of Hades. This game just makes you want to play more and more even if you die and go back to the very start. Every time I failed an escape attempt, I always say, just one more run, just one more run. And I didn't even know that I was playing for 12 hours. The immaculate isometric art and animation are gorgeous with everything being hand-drawn to perfection. It strikes a perfect balance between visual flair and precise clarity needed to execute your combos. Everywhere you look, everything you see is just so damn gorgeous and so pleasing to the eyes. The art style is a perfect match with the game's Greek mythology theme, and each character just screams with their respective personalities. All of the visual effects, although sometimes for me a little bit overbearing, really establish a great identity that will vary in each run and makes the game so aesthetically pleasing. The gameplay is tight, sharp, and well built. It is very, very addictive. The challenge is so seamless yet so effective without talking down to you and holding your hand. You're given a fine selection of weapons and attacks and an incredibly versatile dash by default. Each one can be upgraded and altered with different boons that the gods will grant you. Boons can modify your attacks or provide dramatic passive effects to bolster different aspects of your strategy. Zagreus can be an absolute blur on the battlefield, constantly dashing, slashing, and bashing foes while weaving in and out of danger. The game does a fantastic job of keeping this high-speed mayhem manageable, almost similar to Doom in a way, because of how incredibly the speed and versatility of your character is balanced against huge numbers of enemies that will absolutely kill you if you make the mistake of standing still. So my final verdict, Hades is one of a kind rogue elite that sets the bar for creatively combining widely different genres together and using their strengths to complement each other in unexpected ways. Unlike in the old arcade games, it turns your failure into a thing that you look forward to as a means of progressing the story. This game is an experience that I never want to end. I recommend buying this game. It's only 549 pesos or around $12. I believe it's better than some $60 games. So my final rating of this game is 9 out of 10. But seriously, how did this game get Game of the Year?